Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Making Waves podcast. This week we've got Simon Gummer on from Bubbles Pressure Washing Services, and we'll learn all about running a business as a busy dad life, as we all like to call it now. Many lessons learned in business, getting funding for your business, and much more. So let's get into the show. I hope everybody enjoys it. Right, so we've got Si here from Bubbles Pressure Washing Services. Episode number 5 now, I believe, and we've got our first female.
I know my hair's growing, but yeah.
Got our first male on the show, so welcome, Si.
Thank you very much.
Tell us who you are, what do you do?
My name's Si. I'm the owner and operator of Bubbles Pressure Washing Services.
He's shamelessly brought the board of his brand, which is good though. I like
Product
that.
placement there.
You'll if you're watching this in Scarborough, you'll notice his van now around town. If you don't already recognise it,
Yeah, it kind of stands out. You can't miss it, which is means it's doing its job.
Absolutely,
Definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, what do you do specifically? What?
We offer all sorts of stuff really. Driveway, patio cleaning, paths, conservatories, gutter cleaning, anything like that. Also wheelie bin cleaning. We've got a monthly rota, things like that.
Anything outdoors?
Basically, yeah,
What
anything
needs cleaning?
exterior cleaning.
Yeah.
We're not quite interior just yet, but you never know.
Just yet. Ooh.
You never know. I've been looking into it, but just right now, I think on my own, I think it'd be a bit too much to sort of branch into.
Yeah.
We've got a hell of a lot of work going on already, so.
What do you do most of then? How's your time divided? What do you do most?
It's pretty even, to be fair. I've got sort of like, I don't want to go into numbers, but like 2 weeks worth, 2.5 weeks worth of wheelie bin cleaning, commercial stuff, domestic stuff, and then the rest of the time it's just made up with exterior pressure washing.
So more than half the month you've got regular.
Yeah, every month. Yeah.
And then roughly the other half of the month it's open for ad hoc projects.
Yeah, anything that comes in, we'll give things a go.
What's the biggest job you've done so far?
Biggest. It's, I don't know if I should
Depends how you
mention
measure
names.
No, don't mention it. It depends.
No,
Yeah.
anyway, no one will know her, I don't think. But a lovely customer called Karen, she actually owned Ayrton Manor.
Oh, right, okay.
Just got like a golf course with it, massive gardens, tennis courts, massive spot. Did quite a bit of work there, and she also had a house built for her in Scorby, and that's possibly the most impressive building I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was mint.
Even more impressive after you'd pressure washed it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Did it add another note onto the value?
Maybe not. But some good work going on there, and some testing work, which was really good for me. Get my teeth stuck into something new.
Testing is mentally and physically challenging.
Yeah, definitely. Something that requires a bit of research to go into, and it was a good challenge. That's good. I've been asked back a couple of times, so. Must be doing something right. Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I guess the next question I had in mind probably might well be the same answer. But what's your favourite job so far? Like the one you sort of like.
That same one. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I was going to say probably answered on. Just the setting as well. The house that they have built for them. It's hidden away from main roads, anything like that. There's no connecting roads up to it. It's just almost like a little country road. It's set near Scorby Beck, that's running through the garden. Lovely
Absolutely beautiful. And it's so vast, it's got, you could go from one corner of the garden, it's completely different to the other. I say garden, it's the size of a field. Really. It's massive. Yeah, great job, great place to be.
Spot on. So what was it that triggered you into the world of pressure washing?
A couple of factors, really.
Yeah.
I wasn't super happy in the job I was in. Shift work, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
Not getting as much time with my missus back then. Same missus now, we're just married. So
Yeah.
missus, not the wife. Just basically, I've always thought I'd do better on my own.
Yeah. Always since...
Just since,
you started working.
I'm an only child.
Yeah.
I like doing what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
You know, and answering to someone isn't my idea of fun, basically.
No.
You know, and it was a sort of place where if I thought something could be done differently to make it either easier for me or co-workers or something like that, most of the time things like that were snubbed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really frustrating getting in that mindset and thinking it kind of makes you not care anymore.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Yeah.
You know? Whereas if you were doing that for yourself and you think, oh, you know, I can do this and make it easier this way, I'm going to benefit, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes life easier and better and, you know.
And I think what happens is a bit waste for companies, and it's so common. Like what happens at waste though when companies they're paying good money for an employee such as yourself, and they've got somebody who's engaged and interested. And what happens at waste not to utilise that.
Yeah.
And you get snubbed at that so often, so you end up not caring and then going off and
exactly
and working for yourself. It is a way. I just think even for us, if you get to the point where you are investing money in someone, you want them to live and breathe it like you do. Then surely
you want them to be hungry.
Yeah,
you know. And when they turn up for work on a morning, you want them to put a shift in. You know.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's better all around for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
But some places they don't seem to have that mentality.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. I've had it in previous jobs where it's like you paid enough, shut up, get on and do your.
Basically, you're a cog in a machine.
Yeah.
And I hated that. Some days, you know, if you're not feeling too great, you can put your head down and sort of, you know, just crack on with it. But yeah, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. So it is one of them. Almost like a life mystery, I guess, because it is so common. I won't like to put a percentage on the number of people who have that same story. So that triggered you out of that world.
Basically, looking for a way out.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what it was, but there was my stepdad's best friend.
Yeah.
Graham. He runs a bin cleaning company, Posh Bins. Check them out.
Posh Bin, are they local?
They're local, they're Scarborough local, yeah. Really nice guy. He was going on holiday and asked me if I'd like to cover for a week doing his round. So I thought, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Took a week off my old job.
Did he train you or was it just like...
He showed me round the round, showed me the ropes, you know, how he keeps records of what he's done, sort of thing, payments, things like that. Gave me the address list, so for that week's work, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then basically gave me the keys to the van and said, crack on.
Yeah.
So he went away. I did the week's work, and I thought, this is great. You know, I can have lunch when I want. I can have a drink when I want. Like my old job, you weren't allowed to. At certain points, you weren't allowed to even drink or eat. You know, on the shop floor.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, as soon as I got that bit of freedom, I was like, this is what it should be like anyway.
We are simple beings, aren't we, when you strip everything back? We just want to be fed and watered.
Yeah, basically.
I used to have it where we're working 12-hour shifts, and in fairness, when I was a printer, you could actually go off and eat and drink when you wanted. But there'd be times where we're busy or we had a difficult job on where it'd maybe get to like 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon. And I'd get really hangry if I hadn't eaten.
Yeah, definitely.
And Si Cunningham was my like right hand man at that point, and he'll if you listen to this, he'll vouch that he's like go and eat now because literally like my whole
Mars bast.
But that's that's all I want. All we need is food and water, and then it makes everything easy. But no, so you had suppose you had in that week where you could,
it was a taste of what.
Yeah.
it was almost like a realisation.
Yeah.
You know, I hadn't had that before, and once I tasted it, I was like, how can I get this sort of thing?
Like it was meant to be, I guess.
It's funny how things come round, you know.
Yeah.
You've just got to take opportunities when they present themselves and give things a go, don't you? And you know, it might not be right for you this time, but next time you try something, you might stumble across.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but fair play to you though, because like it's not just like you were out of work and had a spare week to do it. You actually took annual leave to go and do it. So there was a sacrifice in there, which not many would actually do.
No,
but you did that, and it was one of the catalysts to what led you.
It was, Then Graham got back from his holiday. I said I enjoyed it. He said, "Well, my brother's selling around." That was branded Bubbles at the time.
Yeah.
Had a chat with the bank, got approved, and I thought, let's go for it.
So on that's an area which we'll dig into more without obviously talking actual numbers. I've set this business up without any loan, but there's not really that much of an overhead, so we haven't really needed to so far. One of the reasons why I've avoided that is because I like the idea of being debt free. Everybody does, but then there comes a time when you need investment, or it is a thing for growth. So there might be a time when we go out and do it. One thing that's put me off doing that is the writing of a business plan and being held. I've got an illusion where the bank will hold me to that business plan, or they'll have an invested interest in what I'm doing, and you're going to tell me that's not the case now. So the bank showed faith in you.
Yes.
Then what happened? You bought the round and the van, or?
Obviously had a conversation with the wife first.
Yeah, well, before the bank or after?
Before, then after as well. You know, we weren't rock solid on it, you know, to begin with. Well, until we knew that we could go ahead.
Yeah,
with it becomes a lot more real then.
Yeah, you can.
So as soon as I was approved for it, we had a proper discussion, and then decided to go in. And
so what was she like on it then? Here, she
obviously she had some reservations about it because self-employed, nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
But the attractive thing with Bubbles was, Stuart, the guy who owned it, currently he didn't really do pressure washing side of it.
Yeah.
So he didn't do driveways, patios, anything like that, exterior cleaning. He just had a wheelie bin round. And he had, a good portfolio of monthly repeat customers.
Yeah.
Which was really attractive for me because that was basically guaranteed money every month. I knew I'd be able to cover my bills. And then I had the opportunity to build it up from there.
So there's room for growth. Yeah,
for growth, definitely.
So it became a no-brainer then, I guess.
Yeah.
So obviously going into it then, so you made that leap. What then first few months like?
Hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper hectic. A bit of a whirlwind really. Just finding your feet, with anything new, you just got to find your feet with it by doing things one way, doing things another.
I guess you'd had a week's worth of experience on another round.
Yeah, which is obviously complete. The hardest thing was like a time aspect of it. It's learning your actual round because it's the same. Like say a week one Monday is the same round in the same area.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So now I know it off by heart. After about 5-6 months, I know it off by heart.
So there's like little intricacies like where do you park? Where does that person keep the bin?
Tons of it, yeah. But then first couple of months, I had to input every address in my sat nav.
Yeah.
Which takes time, when you've got a full workload, you're adding like 3 hours on the day on.
So is the challenge in that then, obviously hitting people's bins on the day their bins are emptied before they start filling them up again?
Yeah. Basically, you've got 7 till 5, and then people start bringing them in, and they either get locked behind gates or they're right up driveways sort of thing.
Yeah. Have you ever come to one where it's just still full?
Yeah, quite often.
Yeah, I don't even think about all that. So.
Yeah. I envy window cleaners sometimes because, if they have a rainy day, they can have the day off and just go the next day to the house. Whereas me, I have to be there on that day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's a fortnight until I can get it done again.
Yeah, so I guess even if it's absolutely like slashing down, you're out.
Yeah. State of the rear doors on my van from like windy, rainy days, dents all over them, just from getting swung about and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Also, the back doors are open while you. Obviously. So.
Do all the work from the back doors.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But rain or shine, I've got to be there. So
yeah,
do my very best, definitely.
So I guess that's an hard one. Then you this time each month in that schedule for other job for the bigger ad hoc jobs like the one you spoke about before. So how do they come about then? Is it word of mouth? Come through?
Different avenues really, but word of mouth seems to be one of the big ones at the moment, which is good. It's proof again that I'm doing something right with it. But Facebook, my website, just general social media, that's all helping. It all contributes into one big pot basically.
I think loads of things do work hand in hand these days, and I see a lot of debates on podcasts and things I listen to and read online where people are like, you only want to do social media marketing, or like print's dead, or you only want to do this, you only want to do it. I think it's absolutely dangerous to avoid any, like where obviously a print provider and we're passionate about that tangible physical marketing, but then we're doing a podcast now, which is obviously we'll be going out onto social media platforms. So for me, it is important to like all does work hand in hand.
Absolutely.
I don't think you can do just one or just
every little helps.
Yeah.
If the van sign writing, that's one thing. I've got leaflets that I post, advertising driveway and patio stuff. I've got slips that I post for collecting money and advertising as well and things like that. It all goes together.
Yeah.
It's a complete package that brings it all together.
So you've got them regular the bin cleaning round. So are them clients coming to you and saying, actually, we want the driveway doing as well? And,
I'd say that makes up maybe a third, maybe a half of what work I get.
And then the other ones are like ad hoc.
Yeah, they're just they come through different medias. Word of mouth.
Yeah,
that's a big one really. Yeah, friends talk.
Yeah, well, especially a town like ours as well. There's a definite element of like who do you know? But if you're a good guy, word spreads.
This is it.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
So I've seen on your social media page that you've made a bit of an appearance on television lately.
Not quite.
Heartbeat.
I had to shave that beard off.
Yeah.
Flat caps at home. DIY SOS?
Is that a BBC?
Nick knows, isn't it? Yeah. The living ledge. Nicky knows.
It's a BBC.
BBC, yeah.
Home Improvement.
Yeah, it was the big build version.
Yeah.
So they don't just do certain rooms, things like that. They basically did the whole house, which was good. It was for a family in Hull, Hessel, just near the Humber Bridge. Darren, there was an awful story attached to it. Basically, long story short, he was a roofer. He went into hospital. He came out not being able to walk, paralysed from the waist down.
Blimey.
And within a couple of weeks, his wife died upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah. Leaving 3 young boys, and one of those was already severely disabled and in a wheelchair. So, just awful.
She was at the back.
Awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. So, there was like 300 volunteers from all over the area. Yeah. Big turnout.
Yeah.
More than 300, I'd have said.
How did it come about then? Did you see it?
I saw it advertised somewhere. I can't remember. Amy, my wife, might have sent me it through.
Yeah.
And I thought, I read the story and it proper,
Yeah, it's a really just the numbers. Not just one story in that. There's like three or
just
four.
awful stuff. So yeah, obviously I felt for the guy in the family without even knowing him.
Yeah.
Just reading the story, and I thought, I'll inquire. Just to see what help I can give, sort of thing. Went through to a trades day after a few emails back and forth with the crew. Sort of gave us a bit of a chat, held like an information board up with what services you offer and what your business name is, things like that.
Yeah.
Showed us around the project and like the project plans as to what they want to do with it. And then said bye, drove home, and then got an email a couple of weeks later maybe, and said, you've been selected to help us out, sort of thing. So yeah, went through for a couple of days when they were doing the build and helped out, and yeah, great experience.
Yeah, I bet it was. So I guess you were like meeting loads of other tradesmen and people doing that as well.
I'll shout out to Glenn.
Oh,
he's another exterior cleaner that I sort of met on the job.
Oh, so there's two of you.
Yeah. Me and him sort of teamed up. He's from Hull, Beverley area. Yeah,
that's good though. So you met someone there.
Yeah, met some people. Yeah,
share notes and
networking and that.
Yeah. So I guess if you had any inquiries Hull way, you'd send them to Glenn.
Yeah, and same back. Yeah. But yeah, we had a good laugh as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So I bet it felt nice to just having the ability to be able to branch off and go and dedicate a couple of days.
Yeah, self-employed. Yeah. I did have to rearrange a bit of work, put it off for a couple of days, but in the grand scheme of things, being able to help that family out, even in that small way, just great. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't working for myself.
Yeah.
That's a massive pro.
Nice to put back's the wrong word, but nice to give.
Give back, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So did you appear on TV then? Or was it did you work appear? Did you not?
No. There was a couple of random bits that got filmed that I thought might pop in.
Yeah.
They put a hot tub in the garden with like a disabled access like crane lift.
Okay, yeah.
Which was quite a cool thing, and like opened it up to Darren and his son and that. Lifted that in with Nick Knowles and that, and I was a bit starstruck. But
so you didn't have your own trailer and hair and makeup?
No, afraid not. No, I did my own mascara. I wasn't in it, but I was there, and it was a good project to be a part of.
Yeah, I bet it was.
And I'd recommend it to anyone. If you see it come up, give it a go. Why not?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, there's all sorts you can do as well going forward. Like we're keen to. We've ourselves have done bits of charity work, like linking up with Robbie Hawkes and helping him with marketing for it. Like we ended up raising over 1,500 quid for cancer one Saturday afternoon.
Brilliant.
Between our businesses, which I thought that was so easy to do, and it just felt so good. Like it's quite a decent amount of money without.
That's a massive amount of money.
Yeah. But yeah, I think as we grow and get bigger, we definitely want a more regular thing, or even like pair it with a charity and people in, especially like local if it's out.
Definitely, the world needs it.
Yeah.
You
like a horror story like that, like.
And it's such a nice family as well. You
met them and
after the 2 days we went through and helped. Pardon me. We went through to like the reveal day as such. So they'd been out of the house for the week.
Yeah.
10 days it was. And on the last day they obviously brought them in to see the project. And everybody who helped was there on the same day.
That was good.
So we got a chance to sort of meet them, have a chat and have a look around the finished property. Because obviously people who maybe did first fix sparky stuff
Yeah.
at the beginning of the week won't have seen the finished
Yeah,
project
so
like
they-
me,
Yeah.
the exterior cleaners did, because we saw it right at the end because we were
Yeah.
cleaning up. So yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good on you. So in all this, it's a bit of a whirlwind in its self-employment. You're stretched. I know you've got a young family at home, similar to myself.
Yep.
What we've just been talking about that off air. What do you do to make sure you look after yourself? Because, like personally, you've been self-employed a lot longer than I have. How long have you been self-employed now? We didn't touch on that.
5 years
5, yeah, wow. So,
on June the 23rd, so nearly.
so you're in there and you're in that. I'd say that you're in like an established phase. I hope it's going to be an established.
Yeah.
When we hit 5 years, I hope it's a bit less turbulent than it is now. Let's say. But what do you do to self-help? What?
Fitness-wise, keeping my head something like, it's nice to have a bit of time out from work and just switch off.
Yeah.
Family too, though. It's busy all the time.
Yeah.
You get home, there's family stuff to do, which is brilliant, don't get me wrong, but everybody needs an hour, just to switch off, concentrate on something different, play five-a-side with you guys, go biking at the weekends if I can.
Yeah.
A bit of motorbiking, a bit of mountain biking, just anything outdoors really, or physical.
So, yeah,
I like being physical. So, yeah.
I guess you are like with your job, but your job's your job, and you need your own stuff.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, it's the same with anything. Like if you do too much of something, it becomes almost monotonous.
Yeah.
So changing that up, it's a nice change of pace. It's like going on a holiday.
Yeah.
It just changes your mindset and refreshes you, and you're good to go again.
Yeah. So you've got again. We touched on this off air where like football, physically, obviously really good for your health, but mentally you're not thinking about anything else while you're chasing that ball around for an hour, and I think that's massively important.
Massively.
Yeah. So and then weekends you have a good balance of family time and doing your
it's
doing your hobby.
More family time at the moment, which is great. Yeah. With Bodhi, my little one, he's only 15 months now, but that first sort of year we did, come together as a couple, like proper, and just we put all our time into him. Yeah. Which he needed and we needed. It needs to happen, and it's been absolutely brilliant. He's getting more independent now, he's walking and stuff like that. And I feel like it's almost time for us to have a little bit of time out from that routine.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be like full on.
No, because it's nice to have time with him by myself as well, and like Amy likes having Wednesdays off and having that day with him by herself, as well as having time together with him. Yeah. But something outside of that just brings you back down and chills you out a bit. It's good. Yeah,
it is massively important. So 5 years in, what's been your biggest challenges so far? What's been? Have you had any big stumbling blocks or tricky customers without naming names or anything?
Every day is different.
Yeah,
I'll definitely say that, especially when you work with people. Yeah, or for people.
Yeah, I suppose you work with a large number of people, and a lot of them you won't necessarily even see. I guess.
Yeah. But then you get, a lot of them I might not see, and a lot of them I've never seen. I've never even met them. They've either contacted me online and we've arranged things through there, and then, I've been cleaning the bin for 5 years, but I've never met them. But others, I'll get some really good customers that I see every month, they know a lot about me and I'll know a lot about them because we have a good chat every time we see each other.
That's good.
There's maybe 5 or 6 notables on there that you know, I almost class them as friends.
Yeah.
You know, I know so much about them, and
You look forward to...
yeah, I look forward to seeing them.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's the same time every month, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's nice to, yeah, it's a good thing.
So you've got good customers in there, but like I'm not saying like let's talk, let's go on one about any particular. I'm not. The question, I guess, is not specific to customers. Like, what's the biggest challenge? There must have been some. Like for me, for example, he's been. And again, we touched on it. We touched on it earlier. Sat in the pizza shop getting tea. Where
good pizza though.
Yeah, very good pizza.
Cheers,
Let's put a shout out there to
Pizza Tempo.
Pizza Tempo Fallsgrave. Been a customer for 20 years. Cheapest in town, best in town.
Very good.
I don't do the printing. I don't need to. I don't want to. Like they've nailed it.
It might get you after this. After the shout out.
Anyway, chatted in the pizza shop about it's the accountancy side of it for me. Not and I've got an accountant and I've got the software. I guess it's money management specifically for me where. And forecasting and like thinking, right, no, there's a tax bill coming up or a VAT bill coming up, and so again, I'm still obviously relatively new. I've been caught out a couple of times to be brutally honest, and it's caused me some like a few gut wrenching nights. But it's like part of that.
It's just a learning curve.
I knew
that's all.
But how it made me feel. I'm damn certain I'm not going to let that happen again.
Yeah.
So learning. So that's
it.
That's
but I mean, I don't know anyone in business that has stopped learning.
Yeah.
You know, like 5 years on, like the lessons I'm learning every week, every month, sort of thing, are different to when I first started.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know, and the added thing with having a little lad at home now, getting the balance right is the biggest thing that I'm learning at the minute.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's going to change as he grows up.
Yeah.
And as the business develops. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge. It's not necessarily work related, but life related.
Yeah, but because you are self-employed and you live and breathe that business, it is, isn't it?
It's all part and parcel.
You are. But you are that company.
Yeah, you know, I don't have employees, although I could probably do with someone at the moment.
If you want a job, contact Sam.
Yeah, very busy. But yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge, and I think it will be going forward.
We touched on this on episode 1 with Hannah, where, and again, I only thought of it while we were chatting like this, where when you've got youngsters at home, obviously like when they first come, it's like nobody can prepare for that. It's like, for me, I always describe it for me as like someone may as well have got a big spade and just wrapped it around my head, and then for 2 months you're just in.
He is ringing like.
But then that feeling like then lasts for like 2 or 3 months. Until you like eventually claw back some kip and stuff. That's how I describe it. But you kind of, but for me, like you have to adapt. You adapt your life to newborn. Then you adapt your life to perhaps like you get used to the missus being on maternity,
and then it all flips on its head again.
And then you flip on it for them like going back to work, and then you like they go to nursery, but then all of a sudden they start walking, and it's just but then. What happens next? They'd be like preschools and then
graduating.
But like each phase, like it's like it happens so fast, and it's different, and it is a different demand on you, not just you, but you as a family.
It really tests you and your wife out, definitely. You know. It's just testing. It's brilliant. It's absolutely the best thing that's ever happened to me. But everyone has to admit, you know, every now and again you face palm, don't you? Sometimes you're just like,
it's
like, but it's worth it.
But then likewise, there's them absolute
proper towering highs, and it's just like this is you know, we sit in bed on a night instead of watching stuff. We watch
Talk
videos of him and talk about it. And he's on the video monitor next to us, and he's like the next room away.
Absolutely,
like,
his lordship.
yeah, Lord Muck, we called him.
Yeah, we
just sat there like,
yeah, and he's like blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
But no, in that respect, you're in exactly the same boat.
Yeah, it's a whirlwind, it's a circus, but it's bloody brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's the best / hardest thing like ever. But you're right.
Everyone says it, though.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be that person as well, and I'm gonna say, you really don't understand until you have one.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like.
No, you can't. You can listen to anyone.
You hear people say it all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
And you think, yeah, it's not that hard. And then, yeah.
So I guess the advice out there, like aimed at people who are thinking about. Well, in fact, this advice isn't just whether you're going to go self-employed at someone or not. It's if you're out there pre-parenthood, is prepare to adapt and don't. Yeah, like prepare for rapid change, but then embrace it, enjoy it.
An overnight change.
Yeah.
Because 1 minute they're here, 1 minute they're not here, 1 minute they're here.
Yeah.
And it's changed then. Yeah,
it's mad. I remember thinking like, man, I had a job which I loved at the point when we found out we were having our boy, and I'm straight away like, I'm excited. I'm gonna give him my everything.
Yeah.
And my life won't change. But then literally like 2 or 3 months in, and there was no pressure from my fiance or anything, but my job went because I was travelling and my season ticket went back, but it was all stuff I just didn't even think. But if you'd have asked me 5 years prior to that, you're going to get your season ticket back.
Exactly.
Never am I going to get.
It's almost like you're reacting and then adapting.
Yeah.
But it happens without you even knowing. Really, it's not a conscious decision to really do it.
Yeah.
You do it because it's the right thing to do, and you want to do it.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's really
Something
weird.
that sort of overcomes you. But I even fully went into nesting mode and everything. Mate. Like, I've heard of that, like the mothers doing that. But I was like his room, the best room in the house. It's got like ceiling paint. It's got like 10 coats of paint. It's got like the best on everything. I'll go and sit in there sometimes.
Pristine. Yeah.
It's the best. His lordship's got the best room.
I mean, Buddy's got the best furniture. That's for sure. I mean, we went to Middlesbrough for it. Pick it up. Borrowed Amy's dad's van and that. Yeah, bonkers.
Mad. So, what does going forward then? I guess. When you first bought the business, you spoke about opportunity for growth, which you have done in terms of it's now not just a wheelie bin cleaning round. It's obviously much more than that. What does the future? We kind of touched on it a little bit. Where again we're talking about you can never rest on your laurels. You always need to adapt. You always need to change. But what does the future hold? Where do you see the next 5 years going? Or are you just gonna?
It's a tough one, really, because I have given it a lot of thought, and same with him. Like between me and Amy, we've had discussions about it and things like that, and we're at a tough point, I think, with Bodie being so young, but not at school.
Yeah,
and like housing and stuff like that. We're thinking maybe we'd move for a bigger house or somewhere different, to give him a bit more room, blah de blah.
Yeah.
That all comes into it. But at the moment, I think I'm all right where I am.
Yeah.
For now. However, we do have sort of aspirations for the business itself.
Yeah.
And I'd like to have, not diversify anymore because there's a lot of strings in the bow at the moment and it's bringing enough work in. So if in the future we diversify into sort of like more heavy industrial cleaning, an employee would be great.
Yeah.
Just to take some load off me because I am only one man and I do as much as I possibly can. But lead times start getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah, and you've got obviously a service to maintain.
Yeah.
But I think what you've said there, I think there's a lot to be said about maintaining where you're at, because it gives you flexibility then to.
But it's an actual, you know, things don't tick over. You've still got to put effort in.
Yeah.
To maintain something.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're resting on your laurels as such.
Yeah.
You're still putting the effort in. You're just not actively seeking more work.
Yeah.
You know, there is a difference there. But
with a young family, that's a nice position to be.
it is, yeah.
To be sat in.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the benefit of where your boy's a year and a half, but you've been self-employed 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my boy coming on was a trigger for me going self-employed, and I think it's made it. For me, I think it's made it a lot. It'd have been a lot easier if I did this 5 years ago without having a young family to support. But he was the
catalyst for the jump.
So we are where we are, and that's where everyone's got their own
two different
story
ways around it there.
But I like what you've said there, because some people we're gonna do that. But I think to maintain the good thing you've got. And gives you flexibility within your family life.
That's it. The way I see it, the balance we've got at the moment is a really good one.
Yeah.
You know, I can pick him up from nursery if I want. You know, if I get finished in time, I can drop him off in the morning if I go early enough.
Yeah.
Fit it around things. He sees us a lot together.
Yeah.
And as a family unit, that's a really nice position to be in.
Yeah.
And we're only in that because of a self-employed route, you know.
Yeah.
I've sort of tailored it to that a bit. I work longer days here and there, and you know, but we try and make it as one unit as we can.
Yeah.
It's a nice place to be. But I've seen other people and other businesses like aiming for the stars, you know, like we're going to have 15 vans on the road and 100 employees sort of thing, and then they grow too quickly and it all just goes tits up. And I don't want to get to that place. You know, I've put a lot of effort into my reputation and my services where we are now. I mean, I've got no problem with just maintaining that at the moment.
That is refreshing to hear, because it's so like if you suddenly went on and went back to the bank for a massive loan and took 10 staff on, and it's a different business then. It's not even the same. It's not the same. Not the same thing. And you'd overcome it, and it's easy to take them risks without a family at home. But no, it's refreshing to hear that, and that's where I had a lot of people to me saying, "Oh, what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do?" I'm like, I've got a level where, again, I want it to be at for a bit and support me and my.
That's
my
it.
family.
It's entirely down to you.
Yeah.
You know, you're in charge.
Yeah.
You know, grow it to where you want it to be, and then if that's as far as you want to go that year, then keep it at that. You know.
Yeah. There's a definite thing like how much is enough.
In terms of money,
no, but in terms of anything,
yeah.
Because and that's another thing I've learned, is that time for me now is actually more important. As a youngster,
exactly, that's what I mean by the
chasing
balance.
money.
Yeah,
but like for me, you can't put a price on time now.
That's what I mean by like the family unit thing. Like just having simple things like getting home together, having tea, having an hour's playtime, doing a bath and putting him to bed.
Yeah, it's
like so many dads, especially in like mum and dad's generation, dads might not have got that.
No, and a lot regret it. Because
then you miss your child grow up. And I think it's brought it back around. We're in a different place in society now, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, you need two wages coming in. Realistically,
and because of that, the balance at home is different, and you're getting out of that that the old like your tea's on the table at 5 thing, because you both. I think we do at home. Don't get me wrong, we've got our own. I don't like touching anything fabric, mate, so I don't touch. I hate washing and like that side. But then you won't see Beth like doing the DIY and the garden and cleaning garage out, and but we're both equally putting But where before, like, you'd kind of stereotypically be like a kept man, I guess, which would be wonderful. But then I don't know.
No, I like it. I like to be equal.
Yeah,
Or as equal as I think I can make it.
But I'm like you, I like going to pick the boy up from nursery, or I'll take him to nursery.
Makes your day, man.
Yeah, it does. If
seeing his little face when he spots you on the door, and it's just like,
yeah, it's
all your hard work during the day goes away, and you're just like, nice one.
Yeah, it's
got
special.
my lad now.
Yeah. And every night I go in and see him, I look over and in my head I say, yeah, this is all for you, this. So, and he just fell asleep.
Got no idea,
no, not a clue.
Like, yeah, you kind of...
But I don't want him to either, do you know what I mean?
No. But you've got an appreciation for what your mum and dad did now, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Now that you're dad.
Yeah, as I've got older and older, though, a lot of times I've looked back and thought, yeah, parents are right about that.
Yeah.
But then I've also learned that they're not always right about everything, and
well, they're just people.
It's important
they're
to be
superheroes.
Yeah, but I think when you're younger, in fact, when you're younger, I think if you adults in general you don't see flaws in anybody when you're younger.
No.
But then you grow up and then you do, and then you realise like, who you do need to be around and who you don't.
Yeah.
But that's I was chatting to somebody this morning, and like that's something that I think it comes with age and a bit more experience.
Definitely, yeah.
But no, all good. So what advice would you give to your... It sort of follows on nice onto this question. What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self or 15-year-old self, like, now? So we've been left school nearly half our life ago. How weird is that?
It's shocking. Anyway, the less said, the better on that. I would, to my 16-year-old self, just leaving school, like a path from school, I'd say do an apprenticeship.
Yeah. And did you do an apprenticeship?
No.
What did you do?
I went to sixth form.
Because
my mates were going.
Yeah.
And that was in terms of work or like a life path, that was probably the worst decision I've made.
Yeah.
However, the time I spent there was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, like I met people and did things and had experiences because of that I wouldn't have got if I'd have gone to Yorkshire Coast and done an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
But I think I'd have found myself in a more advanced position earlier in life.
Yeah.
Than if I'd have gone to sixth form.
Yeah.
If I'd have done an apprenticeship instead of going and doing A-levels.
It is a difficult one because I think at that age it is hard, and I think a lot of pressure's on you, and I think
you either know or you don't know what you want at that age. Yeah. And I didn't. So you just, I don't know.
But I knew that I couldn't stay in education. And like me and my mate were like, we're getting apprenticeships, and I left school, I went straight to Pinder at 16, but I went there, it was in an industry that I did actually want to be in, and it was at a place I went in there with the full intent of that was my career, I'm there. Lifer. Because at that point, that business was absolutely booming, and money was great, and etc. And then you see like nobody's wives are working, and like the cars in the car park were...
Well, it's attractive, isn't it? Especially to a youngster.
And it was attractive, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But I think I don't regret anything. But I think in an ideal world, if I could go back, I'd go back and go and learn as much as I could out of it. But with the view not that, because I stayed there 8 years.
Yeah.
Probably 5 would have been enough, and then maybe gone and done, maybe branched off a bit.
Fair enough.
But I think like the point I'm making is that school gears you up to tick their own boxes, so they want you all to pass GCSEs, and then they want you all in higher education because they can say 85% of our students stayed in higher education. But I think that does fun, and I think there's nothing wrong with not knowing where you're at.
Not at all, because that's how that's how I've landed in this. You know, like A-levels, first job, I did a bit of agency work, you know, floating around wards and, you know, just general labouring jobs basically.
Yeah.
Then I landed at Le Grand. I was there 6 years. But that meant I could buy my house, go on holidays, do things I wanted to do, which was brilliant. It was a means to an end. And then eventually it ended up getting me this. And
yeah, so it's all part of your path and journey.
Yeah, it's funny how things work out.
All the lessons you've learnt on the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if saying I'd gone, I should have done an apprenticeship, but I might have hated what I did,
So I guess the advice then would be go and ride the wave. Just ride the making waves.
Make your own waves.
Like just. I think.
So long as you're looking forward.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're going sideways,
I think maybe if you don't stray. I mean, at that age, hormones are flying around all over the place.
Have fun.
Yeah, that's the one.
Life's too short.
There we go.
Take a few years and just have fun.
Yeah.
And then get serious a bit later on.
Yeah, I like that.
When you know yourself more,
you
know your interests more, you know the sort of people you want to be around more, you don't know that until you're a bit older.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, you're absolutely right. Because I'm there at 16, trying to learn a career and thinking, it's them years. Like, do not get me wrong. Like, we were on good money. I had a mint life. Did what I want.
Yeah. But it's like it's a different era.
Yeah. I guess it is.
You change so much mentally in like 16 to 26.
Yeah. Well, we went bust. The company actually went. We got bought out by a completely different company, and that's what. But then they forced me down to go and get a job down south. So yeah, it's all. What don't kill you makes you stronger and all that. Let's see how many cliches we can fit in this last 5 minutes. Yeah. So have fun is the one. Like, don't worry coming out of school. Have fun, enjoy yourself.
Just work hard and then
hold off the serious stuff as long as possible.
You've got to be slightly serious, aren't you? Yeah, just have fun and enjoy yourself and work hard to achieve them things. Yeah. And then everything else will fall into place if you're looking. I'll just look.
Yeah.
Focus on something, and I reckon, something will turn up.
Yeah, I like that.
Even if you don't think you're looking for it. Like, I wasn't looking for this. Like, I wasn't like at school. I wasn't like, I want to be a bin cleaner when I'm older.
It's a lot more glamorous than that, though, side up.
But first of all, but it's funny how things come round, and it suits me down to the ground because I think I've got borderline OCD. I think I've labelled it perfectionism, and that I get so much satisfaction out of drives and patios and stuff. It's unreal.
I've seen you actually in action, and you were blissfully unaware I was like driving past. But I could tell that I was driving past.
I'm in the zone, man.
Yeah, I was like, there's a man who has got pride in what he's doing. And
too right, yeah. You've got to.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next little thing I like to end with is how do you want to be remembered? And I think you're going to do what I do, and like now you've got a son, you naturally like think about what he's going to think.
I might just bolt out the door. I think
there's a fire exit there.
That's so hard.
It is hard, isn't it? But that's why I drop it in.
I know, yeah, proper bomb that. I don't know. Like in life in general or with work?
Anything. I get anything.
Fun loving.
Yeah.
Hard working.
Yeah.
And hopefully family man.
Family man, yeah. Mix of all three.
Yeah.
Like
just a nice balance.
Yeah.
Balance is the key to life.
And I love that. It's not like let's go and have a statue of myself up in Scarborough Town Centre. It's like
no, I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
Like I would hate to be famous.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything worse. I don't know why I ever would be, but
I think the famous people don't really like it. I think they're just smart at camera, don't they?
Yeah.
It must be annoying being packed.
Yeah.
But I mean, you didn't get any of that after featuring on BBC.
No. Flash me nashes and everything. I got nothing.
No, very good stuff. I think there's some. I think that went really well. There's some good.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
There's some good insights in there.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
Cheers, Dale.
Yeah. See you later.